Hello everyone, my name is Zyrath and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be beating 99 nights, and for those who are wondering if this is my first ever attempt, I have to say that in the end of this video there's going to be a little bonus clip where my first attempt, how it ended. In this clip you'll also see me buy the 2 revives actually. Yeah, let's say I died not once but twice. So the first thing we're going to be thinking about in this game is of course stocking up the fire as much as possible, trying to get all the kids, save all the kids. There's like 4 kids you have to save. If you've never played 99 Nights, then this game mostly of course revolves around you surviving 99 nights in a forest. Wasn't that hard to figure out, was it? But yeah, let's just get straight into it like I am here. With the spear we get a little bit more range, so it's much easier for us to beat the wolves and the rabbits of course. We're gonna be scavenging around the whole map here. We're gonna get this rabbit's foot. Later on there's gonna be like a pelt collector where we have to give him, let's see, it goes bunny foot or rabbit's foot, and then it goes to wolf pelt, alpha wolf pelt, and bear pelt. And he can actually give us some pretty good stuff. We reached another level here with the fire. The more the fire reaches in percentage, the bigger the map gets when you get to 100%. If you did not know that about it, about 99 nights at least. Around the map there's all these chests. You can get very lucky with some of the chests. I don't really know what they're called, to be honest, since again it is my first time playing, so I have no clue what the chests are called in themselves. I know there's a gold chest, that one's very good, but these are just like common chests and can give you a bunch of random common loot, but hopefully we can get a lot more fuel canisters and fuel up our fire a lot more to get a bigger map, and hopefully find the kits as fast as possible so we can get the day multiplier that there's gonna be. And yeah, we just have to keep going. Now, I'm very curious to what you guys want to see. If you actually want to see more 99 Nights, then I would gladly do that. But I think the next video I'm going to do might actually be a game called Pressure. It is a recommendation from one of you guys, and I've never actually played it before. It seemed pretty fun. It is like the game The Doors, but a lot harder. So I'll definitely give it a go in my next video. That rhymed. Hey. Now, if you've seen a lot of speedrunners play 99 Nights, then you might already have guessed I am no speedrunner. Because what they do in the start is that they start out going for all the day multipliers that they can get in the game. I think it's 10. That's the highest, or 9. I actually have no clue, but that's my best guess. I think I get up to 8 or 9 in this video, but I had no clue what I was really doing. Let's not talk about that phone. But yeah, what they do mostly is that they focus straight on getting the day's multipliers, while I will start out by scavenging and getting a lot of better loot. revolvers, rifles, hopefully better weapons I can use later on in the game. And I definitely have to stock up on food because later on in the video you might figure out that I am not too good at looking at the food bar. If they could make it 10 times bigger for my sake, that would be very, very nice. All jokes aside, I am very bad at keeping myself fed in this game specifically, but let's just keep it rolling. So we found a hospital where we can get a lot of bandages and med kits and stuff. Already use them straight away almost. Because I'm not too skilled at 99 nights, but I did try my best at least. So we're already close to dying, so we're starting out great. Once again, a close call. I panicked a little here, if I may be honest about that. I have no clue why I went for this chest instead of just going to my base. And you guys might get very mad at me for the hunger bar, because I never really keep a close eye on it, and that later on will be my downfall. I had to spend over 400 Robux on this video alone because I just could not keep myself fed in the game. Hunger is my worst enemy. So now let's stock up on some food. I sadly ate 2 raw pieces instead of all of them cooked, but let's just keep it going. I had no clue what this guy was. I still have no clue what he is. My best guess would be that he can upgrade your campfire, like a cosmetic, or make the campfire look a lot cooler. If you guys know what he does, then please do comment down below what he actually does, because I myself still have no clue what he does. Even while editing this video, I still have no clue what he does. I think this game is very, very fun to play. You have to do a lot of prep work in the start of the game, in my opinion, to get ready to just stand and do nothing later on. Like, you could stand AFK if you build in your base. I've seen a lot of shorts or videos about that, people doing that specifically. But yeah, I think the most days I could ever get up on is probably 99 nights. If I learned a bit more about the game, then probably a bit further. But I'm very curious to know what you guys' your guys' max have been in this game specifically. So do tell me down in the comments as well what the max day you guys have ever reached. I'm very curious about that. the sharp viewer might have noticed I was starving once again. I'll do that a lot in this video. Now we're gonna get the fuel canisters. A lot of the fuel is mostly gonna be what I focus on specifically to get, as we're gonna go to the fire and expand the map once more. Now we're gonna have people attack our little camp here, which is not gonna be very nice. But let's do our best to try and kill him. In game, of course. In game. They're gonna do that later on. They're called cultists, and they're gonna attack our campfire. I think what they do is they, of course, try to kill you. I have no clue why specifically, but they also decrease your campfire's progress, if I'm not too wrong about that. I've never seen this event happen before, as again it is only my second attempt, but I think this is like an alien invasion and one of their ships crashed, if not a multiple, and in them I found some pretty good loot. I believe you can find very good loot inside of all of them if not only one ship crashed. I'm not too sure if only one crashed, but I thought they would be shooting me or alive, so I shoot their dead bodies just to make sure that they're actually dead. A waste of bullets, I know, but again, I had no clue what this genuinely was. But inside, I do find something very, very cool. Yeah, so I figured out he's dead. But inside, I find this ray gun. I have never seen that before or ever tried that weapon before. I thought it would be like extremely overpowered, and it is because it does reload, but it doesn't do a lot of damage, which is not very good. But you'll see me use this weapon a lot in this video. I think it might be one of my favorite weapons to use. I haven't really got a clue if there's any cooler weapons than that, but I believe that the ray gun is definitely very cool. I never knew they had a jungle in 99 Nights. It must have been a very recent update or something. I have no clue when that came into play. But of all the 99 Nights videos or things I've heard about it, I've never actually heard about it being a jungle. I've heard there being like a snow place, but never really a jungle. Now, I am gonna try and go for the first kid that is missing. We're gonna go and rescue him. Now, we're gonna rescue him because we can get the 1-day multiplier. Whenever we rescue a kid, we're gonna get the multiplier more and more stacked. It's the same as when you place a bed in 99 Nights. You also get a day multiplier. There we go. Just put him in our sack. Sounds weird. Now we're also going to be attacked by cultists tonight, so we'll have to try and kill all of those whilst trying to keep the kids safe. not that anything's gonna really happen to him while he is at the camp. Let's use the railgun and these different combos of guns here to kill all the cultists that are here. Now they're gonna drop a cultist gem from every single time they come in here. You can use the cultist gems for crafting specific items. So we really need that, especially when we want to get the day multipliers. Now we're gonna try to rescue the second kid right here. Hopefully we can. We should be able to. Almost there, just gotta get the last one. There we go. We can get the 3 times day multiplier. So instead of it being 1 day or 2 days, it's gonna be 3 days now when we've rescued this kid. Now here you're gonna see me try and attempt to get the 3rd kid, but I did get distracted while scavenging, and the deer actually came after me. But I got pretty shocked when I saw it's not a deer and it's a cat. I've never seen that it could do specifically that. This cat is gonna do so much damage to me because I've never seen that it could like pounce towards you. It does a lot of damage as well, and I did in fact not know it could pounce into the buildings. But it's gonna be a close call here, but we are of course gonna survive. Now there we go, the fire is fully stocked now, and the full map is revealed, meaning the last kid is revealed as well, and a bunch of new chests, fortresses, and a bunch of other stuff that we might need later on in the future. Now you'll see me cutting down a lot of trees. That's because I want to get some of the beds down to get more day multipliers, so that it doesn't take us far too long to get to day 99, since we're only gonna be at day 9, but it's completely fine. We still do have 90 more days to go. It'll take us quite a bunch of time, but it is all right. We're gonna try to cut that time down short by getting more day multipliers, getting a lot of trees cut down, getting all the beds, and trying to rescue all the kids. Now here we get very lucky and we get a strong flashlight. The flashlight you can use to actually stun the deer, cat, or the owl, I do believe there's also, which is, I think is called the snow owl. We're gonna try also to stack up a bunch on fuel, because we're really gonna need that to keep the campfire stocked as much as possible. And that's why we're gonna try and take all of this fuel with us to the campfire to keep it stocked. And the cat is right behind us once again. Let's hope I can get to the campfire alive. I learned that doing zigzag movements here will save you a bunch of time with the cat specifically. You might be wondering, why didn't I just pull out the strong flashlight and stun him like I just said I could? I didn't think of that, so let's all just calm down. I panicked and just thought I would hold down my W key. Now we're gonna try and go for the third kid once again, because it did not go too well the first time we went for him. So we're gonna try and kill the two bears that is covering and protecting his cave. There we go, we get the yellow key here, so we can unlock the door to the kid and get another day multiplier. Since we're only at day 12 right now, we do kind of have to speed up these days to make it not go over, let's say, a day or two more in real time. Not that it has ever taken that long. My first attempt did take me 20 minutes and I sadly died. I was not too happy about it, but that doesn't matter now. It's in the past. So let's just keep rolling with this run and try to beat it. We're starving here once again. I really did cut it very, very close there. Almost died because of starvation. I will again, as I've probably said a lot of times in this video, I will die to starvation because I am so bad at keeping my food stocked up. Here you'll see me make a bunch of beds. I can only make 2 for now. We're gonna try and get all the 4 beds down. Hopefully we can do that, but we'll only get 3 beds down, I do believe, because I'm not too sure on how to get the 4th bed. I think it's not a 4th bed. I think it's some sort of time thing, time machine, whatever it's called. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's called a time accelerator. Do correct me down in the comments if you know what it's called. But yeah, thank you for watching so far. If you watched this far in the video, thank you so much for your support. It does mean a lot to me that you are still staying tuned. This may not be the most fun video I think I've ever made, but it is my attempt on trying to beat 99 Nights. So thank you so much for watching this far. Now we're gonna try and go for the last missing kid. We're gonna need a lot to beat all of these bears. I don't know what I'm doing here with the flashlight. I think I changed up my hotbar a bunch of times in this game, and I got confused on where my revolver and rifles were, so I changed it out to my flashlight sometimes. Not that you can stun the bears or anything with your flashlight. Don't try to do that, and you might just kill yourself in the game. I do have to specify that I meant in the game. Don't ever kill yourselves in real life or do something as stupid as that, because there's a lot of people in this world that do care about you. And stay tuned. Not that that really goes into that sentence too well, but here we go with the last kid. Let's think about something else. Now, of what I know, this is the best chest there is in the game. I don't know what it's called. You can get a lot of good stuff out of it. Here we got a gem of the forest fragment. And I brought a lot of food with me because I'm starting to learn that starving is gonna kill me. So now we made it to the campfire and we have finally rescued the last kid there is in this game to rescue. And we also got one of the last beds down, so we have a 7, now 8 times multiplier. Now we're just gonna need the 4th bed, and then we have the most multipliers that I know of that you can get. Now we're gonna need another gem of the forest fragment to be able to craft the last bed, and for that to happen we're gonna have to wait for the cultist to attack us, so we can get the last gem of the cultist so we can make the last bed that I know of that there is in the game. If there is more, do correct me. That would be very nice to know if there is more, if I'm ever gonna have to try to beat 99 Nights once again. I think for my next time I might try out the classes that are in 99 Nights to give it a go and see how far I can get with the classes, or how fast I can beat the game, because in my opinion this is probably not one of the fastest runs there is. But stay tuned to see how long it actually took me to beat the game. You might see here that we're standing AFK, and yeah, I'll do that a lot in this game as well, because it's just this game 99 nights you have to stand and wait sometimes for a long time. But in the info box here above, which I'm gonna open in a very short time, hopefully, so we can see what is gonna happen. I do believe we're gonna get attacked by the cultist, which is very good news for us. But right here, we're gonna try to get the Alpha Wolf pelt. Hopefully we can get that, so we can get a much better axe than what we have right now from the pelt collector. There we go, we finally got an Alpha Wolf pelt. Let's try to run away from this bear, and let's not stop and get food. As you can see, I start panicking. I got very scared to end the run here for a second, because I really don't want this run to end. It's the best run I have had. And with the best run I've had, I mean my second attempt, and I really did not want it to end. But as you guys might see here, it did end with me starving to death, and I had to revive myself. I don't know why it said revive everyone, since I'm only one player, but that is what it is. So let's go back and try to collect my stuff. There we go. Let's give the Alpha Wolf pelt to the collector here and get a much better sack than what we had now. And that's gonna mean a lot more, especially when we go scavenging. Now let's also get the strong axe there's here, because we don't have that axe. Weird enough, we did not have it. Out of all the chests we have opened in this run, I was not lucky enough to get a strong axe. Now, good news though, we are going to get attacked tonight by the cultist, which normally wouldn't be good news, but because we need the cultist gem, it is very, very good news for us, so we can get the last bed down. Luckily this time it's gonna be the deer, which just disappeared out of nowhere. But as we're finally here at the campfire, we're gonna try to kill all the cultists that are at our campfire to keep the children safe, our campfire, and our progress on this video. Now, it did get very close to me dying once again, but let's not think about it and try to kill all these cultists that are left and get the last cultist gem that we really need. There we go, the last cultist gem that we need to make the last bed I know of. So let's place down that bed and get a 9 times multiplier. We're at day 46. Now we are very close to day 99, halfway I would say. So let's just keep this gameplay rolling, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Now first we're gonna stock up on a bunch of food so we can start standing AFK without having to worry about us starving to death whilst we are standing AFK. We would not want to lose this run as we are just came this far into the game. I've never made it this far, as you probably saw in the achievement earlier, where the game congratulated me on getting to day 46. Finally, once in the game, I have a bunch of food. We're gonna use that to our advantage. First, we're gonna fuel up the fire here once more to make sure that we won't lose any progress. Keep the fuel stacked and ready so that we can just pull it into the fire. And then we're not feeling way too safe, but you guys will see later on in the run what kind of fortress I try and build myself. Now, let's just wait. Now, for lightning not to kill us, I had to make a lightning rod here, put it a bit further away from me because I did get a bit paranoid. Lightning landed straight beside me, almost hitting me, so I had to put down a lightning rod. Now, we did get awarded 2 gems for hitting day 50, so that was very nice, meaning that we're now at our halfway mark, so reaching day 99. Here we go, we now get past day 60, and that means we're that much closer to almost beating the game. If just it went by a little bit faster, that would be very nice. Well, it seems like we're going to be attacked once again tonight. Hopefully, I can kill all of them with no trouble. We don't even have an ammo crate, which is very sad. I was hoping to get the ammo crate knowing that we're gonna have a problem with them. As you guys can see, I built myself a little wall here. Not that it really mattered, especially in this fight. I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest, but yeah, let's just keep it going. Let's hit them with the spear tech here. Make sure they can't hit us, but we can hit them. And then let's beat up the last crossbow cultist. Well, seems like there's just another one that spawned out of nowhere. I had no clue that there was actually one more, but with that, we get another cultist gem and another chance to beat the game with no trouble. Let's go back to our AFK. But I learned later on that I could actually build a wall all around the campfire, which is what I am gonna try and attempt to build us a fortress. With all the trees I cut down, I'm gonna try to use the saplings as a wall as well. Now we're gonna try and pull them as close as we can here. Try not to leave any gaps where the cultist or anything else really can make their way past this fire wall, or this sapling wall, and these fences we're gonna try and put up here. I learned later on that there's a lot easier way to build these walls, but you guys will see. You guys will have to wait and see what that is, so stay tuned. Now we're gonna get to past day 80, meaning that we are 2 more nights closer to day 90. Now the long gate here is where I learned that it is actually a lot better to have put down. I did not know this. I got pretty shocked, to be honest. So later on in the video, I am gonna use the long gates instead of these long walls. And here we go, we got to day 90, everyone, meaning we just have to wait 1 more night, and then we have this in the bag. Now the deer is going to be hungry tonight. I have no clue what that means, but the cultists are also going to attack us. As you can see, these walls are so much bigger compared to these. No, the gates, sorry. They're so much bigger than the walls. I don't know why I didn't use those from the beginning, but if I did, I could 100% has built us a fortress covering the whole outer layer of the campfire's safety here. Now I'm just waiting for the cultist to spawn, if you were wondering what was I doing. And this did not go as planned or as I really wanted it to go out, because yeah, we died once again, having to spend over 400 Robux just to keep this run going. Is not my proudest video by far, but it is alright. We're gonna get it done and try to kill all these cultists one last time. Now to get the last cultist that is in here, so we can finally wrap up this video. There we go. Now that we finally killed the last cultist, I want to say thank you so much for all your support, everyone. A special thanks to these guys that I'm gonna put up on the screen here for the very nice words. And we have reached day 99. It took us 81 minutes, but hopefully later on, if you guys want to see a video about that, I will try to beat the game a lot faster, or try my best at least to beat the game a lot faster than I have. Now, this is the ending of 99 Nights in a Forest. And as promised, here is the bonus clip of me not doing as well in the first attempt. Yeah, as you can see here, guys, it did really not go as planned. But I want to say thank you for watching this video. I hope that